Greetings, scholars. There's one last section of solving equations I would like us to take a quick look at. Remember our steps from previous solving equations that we've had: simplify, add, subtract, multiply, divide, exponents, grouping. Well, we're now going to be solving trigonometric equations. That does mean we need one more step to this. We're going to add a step to deal with trig relations. Once we add that, it's pretty much what we've done all the other times. So if we look at this equation that comes from problem 6 on page 915 of your book, you can see they had this original function that they wanted to solve when it equaled 25. So all they did was write this equation. We still, just like any other equation, want to solve for that variable of t. Sometimes that variable we're solving for is actually an angle, which is theta. But in this case, it's a variable of t. So we want to go through and follow our steps, our checklist. Simplify. Do we have any of that? No. Add, subtract. We do have that. This positive 24. Opposite of that, subtract 24. That gives us negative 8 cosine pi over 12 t equals 1. We still have, so we did that. So we still have a multiply, divide step. We're multiplying by negative 8. We need to divide by negative 8. Cosine pi over 12 t equals negative 1/8. Did they? Yeah, they turned that into a decimal. So let's go ahead and turn that into a decimal. So we're doing the same thing as the book. So negative 0.15. Wait, what? Negative 0.125. No exponents to deal with, no grouping to deal with, but we have this trig relationship to deal with. So we're going to do the inverse. As you saw from our previous sections, we have inverses to this. So we're going to take the inverse of the cosine. So pi over 12 t equals the inverse of negative 0.125. Sorry, running out of room. And then finally, we need to deal with this pi over 12. The opposite of, oh, I dealt with that, so we're going back to the multiply, divide. Opposite of multiplying pi over 12 by t is dividing by pi over 12. Now, do you remember from, what was that, probably middle school? What happens when you divide by a fraction? Over here, you flip it over, take the reciprocal, and turn it into multiplication. So we are ending up with 12 pi, the reciprocal, flipping that over, times the inverse cosine of negative 0.125. Again, sorry, running out of room. And then we just go to our calculator, punch that all in, and t equals 6.5. So I think the book did a pretty good job with their examples. I just wanted to, again, go back to our checklist, our steps, so that you could see, just like all the other equations, we can follow along that, as long as we add that last step of dealing with the trig relationships in it. So good luck in this section, and well, good luck in this section.